Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Random Shit, Random Guy. You ask, isn't this the second one? Last week was episode 0. We're using it as a pilot episode to see how things go. But this week, things should be better order. Hopefully no more F-bombs. Got a lot of complaints about that, but hey, I say it a lot. It's me. We'll see how it happens. This week I have a co-host with me. Trying out something new. Hopefully things work. My co-host here I've known since I was in high school. I remember we used to call him freshman. Make fun of him a lot in class. Just, he always pick on him, be the older kid. And then that older kid turned out to be a pretty cool guy. This week I got a chance to sit down with him, talk, do a little podding. So, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Eric Smith.
So Eric, what do you do?
I'm a musician by trade, and I guess hangout dude in the general.
Awesome. Well, since music's your thing, why don't we start with the first fucking topic? So this week at the awards shows have been going down, and our boy Justin Bieber, he got booed.
I can't even imagine.
I think it's pretty awesome.
It's very awesome, and it's finally somebody stood up for it.
Yeah, like all these, and it wasn't like it was just like random people in the audience. These are fucking people that's part of the industry.
Exactly.
And they're just like, fuck you, man, you suck.
Everybody just at one unison just booing this poor guy, Bieber the Canadian.
What was so funny is he's like, dude, I'm just 19. Like he's trying to make an excuse for him. It's not that his music's fucking awful.
Yeah,
but he's a douchebag.
Oh man, he's the worst. He's the absolute worst kid.
Like, it's one thing if you want to make kiddie music.
Yeah. But
don't act like you're hardcore.
Exactly.
I'm a badass. I'm gonna bring it. Like, did you hear about the story about him bringing a fucking he brought a monkey? Yeah, he brought a monkey in. He was trying to take it on tour with him.
Wow.
He was pulling a Michael Jackson.
Wow, that's
and
awful.
Like, it was awful. Like, he left the fucking monkey. It's still it's still in trades. Like, they're going to put it in a zoo because he never come back and got it. He just left it there.
That's just awful. I did hear about him getting busted for drugs. I heard that one, but not the monkey.
Yeah, this dude's a train wreck. I mean, I don't really know what happened. Like, what happened? Where's his parents?
I have no idea. Hopefully on tour with the monkey and all the drugs. It would just.
I mean, that's just awful. Like,
awful.
I can't imagine letting my kid. I mean, if my kid's talented,
yeah, and
he wants to do music,
exactly,
let him do music. But I mean, don't let him be a douchebag.
Don't. This kid is out here just making a mockery of modern music today, and it's very saddening to see the main thing, Mr. Biebs himself.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I mean, it's what we have right now. Music right now sucks.
Yeah, it's
I mean, if you go through I don't listen to music.
Yeah.
Like I'm lame.
No.
But if I do listen to music, like when I put it on Pandora,
yeah,
I listen to fucking Beatles.
Exactly.
I listen to real music.
The real bands. I mean, Pink Floyd, the Grateful Dead, just to name a couple, like those bands that really changed the generation of music to come. It's really a beautiful thing, especially, your Pink Floyd, which just changed rock and roll, just completely made it this entire new genre with all of its subgenres, and everybody is just worshiping this one band, It's amazing.
Yeah, but now we're worshiping little kids like I like to call it Adolf Switler.
Yeah.
I got that from my boys over at Mr. Kevin Smith.
Oh man,
they've got a show called Hollywood Babylon. Him and his co-host Ralph Garman.
Yeah.
Every fucking week they make fun of this chick every week. Like, they find something. She does something to piss them off, and I love it.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's amazing how these kids right now think they rule the whole entertainment business.
It's the Disney Channel generation. You had all those kids that were on NSYNC, which Justin Timberlake, we know how he's doing. We know how he's doing.
Old JT's a pretty badass guy.
He's killing the R&B, but we watched the Britney Spears and all that come through, and now you have your Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. And
speaking of this generation, have you seen Miss Amanda Bynes lately?
Yeah. See, she seems like she's on a good track. I mean, definitely she's all that and a little bit.
Oh, she's all fucked up, is what she is.
No, she's
I mean, have you saw her workout video?
No, I have
Oh,
not.
it's so amazing. If it's not her, I want to know who it is.
Oh my
Like
god.
the chick's got her hair cut off like her.
Yeah.
I mean, this chick she's on a spiral, man. She's downhill. She's gone. And what makes it even better is the fact that she's like, I'm okay. I don't need rehab.
Exactly.
I'm not. She keeps saying she's not on drugs. Bullshit.
She's
If
on something.
Yeah, she's on something.
I mean, the girl is just literally. I'd never seen it coming. You know what I mean? I mean, this girl was a lot
Fuck no.
of.
The last thing I remember her doing was Easy A.
Yep.
And I was like, they've got this chick playing
Yeah.
a little Christian girl. And now this bitch is fucking high on everything. I mean, if she ain't taking meth, I don't know what she is doing.
And just posting every day of her life, just to everybody in the world to see, and it is ridiculous.
I mean, it's okay if you want to post whatever, but don't be posting like nude pics and being like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't
Yeah.
do that. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, but celebrities just, they kind of think they're above everybody else.
Yeah, exactly, and it's horrible, really.
But, got a question. All right, do you keep up with football?
A little bit.
Are you aware of RG3, Mr. Robert Griffin III?
I don't believe so.
Okay, let me set it up for you. He was the number 2 pick in the draft last year.
Mm-hmm.
Won the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Amazing quarterback. Got paid a lot of money.
yeah,
Blew out his knee, but I mean he's fixed that. Everything's back to normal. Well, Mr. RG3 got married this past week,
yeah.
and somehow his wedding registry got leaked to the fans. All right,
Yeah,
and evidently he got everything he wanted.
that's.
Is that okay? Should he give it back?
I feel like he should. You know, I feel like.
But it's from his fans. It's not like, he didn't ask for it.
Yeah,
It just kind of showed up. I mean, there's a picture of him online in front of all his stuff, and he's just like, "Thank you." I mean, he's not bragging.
well then, I mean, if he's like that, if he's being very humble and grateful for it, that's amazing. You know?
This guy, I mean, he's been the ultimate professional so far,
Yeah, exactly.
and I mean,
That's definitely what it sounds like.
yeah, and but the media is shitting on him.
No.
They're like, he should give it back. He's got money, or they're all saying he should donate it to charity.
Yeah,
Which I mean, I can understand.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's
newlyweds.
yeah, it is.
And I'm sorry, the NFL stands for not for long.
Yeah,
He needs to make that money last. And if somebody
Exactly.
wants to give him free shit,
just
take
let
it.
him be it. I mean, that's him taking that as very humble people, especially being if they're that loyal to him. That sounds like a very, very good story.
I mean, it's not like the kid's out. He's not Ocho Cinco.
Oh God,
I mean, and speaking of Ocho Cinco, did you hear about him getting arrested?
no, I did
Yeah,
not.
he's got arrested again. I'm not exactly for sure what the charges are,
Wow.
but I was on Huffington Post today, and he was one of the top stories.
Oh.
And I was like, where did this guy go wrong? I mean, he was one of the best wide receivers.
I think he started going wrong when he was trying to play soccer as well.
Well, that happened during the offseason.
Exactly.
That's when he went to the Patriots and fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And that was just awful. Like, I feel bad for Tom Brady, and I hate the Patriots.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So, I mean, excuse me, I had to take a drink. Yeah, like, when he was in Cincinnati, I mean, I hated him, but at the same time, I respected his game.
Exactly.
But,
He did have hands on him. He had really good hands.
yeah, and he just went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to Miami and beat his wife that he met on television, and now he's fucking... You don't know what he's doing. He's in jail.
Ocho Cinco.
He's Ocho. He's Chad Johnson again. He changed his name back, but still. I mean, to me, he's always Ocho Cinco. He's a mess. I feel sorry for any team that ever had to put up with
Exactly.
him. But I mean, it happens. So, have you heard about the great state of Colorado?
Yeah.
They legalized marijuana.
Legalizing the pot smoke.
I mean, I personally don't smoke the ganja, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure some people out here do.
Exactly.
I do believe my co-host is a little high right now.
Might be.
Who knows? I think it was on. I think you're just high off water. You're high,
I
you're
believe so. I think they're putting something in the water.
high on life. But so what do you think the average price for weed should be? Like Israel, what? I'm not in the go.
Yeah.
So what does an ounce normally cost?
It just depends, usually just anywhere between like 250, I guess, and 400. I can never buy that much, or I don't know, really want that much, just I would say that would be about my estimate. I would say nowhere over 4.
Okay. Can you believe that this is how big pot is becoming a part of our culture?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm going to tell you the title. You guessed what esteemed magazine this come from.
Okay.
All right. How much will legal marijuana cost you? Would you think that was from High Times?
It does sound like something that would be in High Times, especially like a bigger story being that big of a, ordeal, really going completely legal is kind of insane.
It's even better. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Time Magazine's Business and Money section.
Wow.
One of the biggest magazines in the world.
Exactly.
I mean, they're corporate.
Exactly.
And they're talking about marijuana.
It's kind of shocking.
So let me read a section from this. If you're an average pot smoker in Colorado, paying an average prices for average quality marijuana, you can expect to spend $650 on weed next year. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
For a year, that's insane.
Now, granted, that's 3.53 ounces.
Exactly.
I mean, that is what they've used the calculated study. I mean, they're talking about, they bring in the fucking math people.
Yeah.
And they come up with this figure.
It's that damn serious.
So, I mean, that's a lot of weed.
That is a lot of weed, and especially per person.
Yeah. They're saying that's about, they're saying there's 2 million. Mm-hmm. Well, this will be the total ounces for the whole state.
Yeah.
2,268,985 ounces of weed. That totals up to 142 pounds of marijuana.
That is incredible.
Now, you tell me why these other states aren't taking advantage of this.
See, that's what I'm saying. It could bring a lot of debt out.
I mean, these states are bringing in, Colorado's taxing at 12.5%.
Wow.
On the dollar.
That would help them so much. It's so beneficial for everybody, especially when you look at it within like a business section. If you have, more of a smaller town with more mom and pop places, some local kid may want to open his own dispensary in like his hometown, and then that's going to help his little town, so much more. And plus, it's also helping him and his friends. He's got his own business. He's hooking up all of his friends. Everybody's hanging out, having a good time. The town's doing better. It just benefits everybody, I feel like.
Well, one way I look at it is, look how many people we're putting in jail. Exactly.
We're taking up so many, cells for non-violent crimes.
Exactly.
Especially, marijuana possession. I always use this example, but, that's saying, you're seeing an apple tree grow outside. That's saying going out there and saying, all right, this was legal at one point in time, but now it's illegal. That's just a plant. We have big gardens. I don't see why we don't use that. And a lot of the prescription medicine anymore, they're opiates.
Yeah,
opium,
look at how much fake shit that we're selling for medical reasons.
Exactly.
And, marijuana, it's natural.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I don't smoke marijuana. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So, but I can understand it.
Yeah. Exactly. And it does not cause any deaths. That's the thing that, has been statistically there. Alcohol causes way more deaths than, marijuana. And there's no, with looking at that, it's just kind of well, why isn't it legal?
Yeah, exactly. A little bit more from the article. They're talking about the numbers of how much weed per year. It says all of these numbers may be underestimated because they're based on the data compiled when the recreational marijuana was illegal. In fact, there's so many unknowns in the realm of legal non-medical marijuana that all this math has accrued back of the napkin quality to it. In any event, using these study numbers, the average marijuana enthusiast can expect to pay retail of a price of $185 per ounce next year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's multiplying the 3.53 ounces by the use of a year. So they're saying the total price for marijuana is $653 a year. I mean, that's less than $1,000.
It's true.
I mean,
that's just I feel like I feel like there is definitely a lot of I'd like to see the people that they actually compiled us on compared to a lot of other people that do smoke. Like it differences so much, but like I mean, when I used to smoke real heavily, I was smoking like 5 and 6 times a day, and that'll just add up real quick. That adds up to way more than what it is on there.
Exactly.
And it's just something that I really don't understand. But like, yeah, I mean, that's great if it's if it's actually going to be that cheap. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Like that is actually beyond words.
Well, I mean, they're using they use the website priceofweed.com.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
They're saying that's where the numbers will be. But as of early April, an ounce of marijuana was averaging $206 on the black market. I think it's funny that they're still calling
the black market.
It's the black market. I mean, no.
I'm still on the plan. It's the black market.
But it says, and because the price is expected to drop once pot is legal, the studies landed on the 185. The smoker that's opting for the higher quality marijuana will be $300 per ounce. I mean, I think that's still pretty good.
That is.
And they're saying that the annual price will be about $1,000. That's still for the 3.53 ounces. But I mean, if you want to smoke a little more,
exactly, you still get under there.
You can still smoke the $300 weed
for that
for
price.
$1,800 a year.
And see that what blows my mind about that is if it is a dispensary that opens up, you have all these other different types of using marijuana. They have drinks that have THC in it, and that alone is really mind-blowing because how are you going to extract that and put it into such a liquid form, and it's still going to get you high? I just don't get it.
Exactly. The state of Colorado is expected to pull in $21.7 million in taxes. Now, granted, their annual goal was 40.
Exactly.
So, I mean, but I don't see them raising the price of pot.
No.
But I do see them finding more people smoking than they expected.
Exactly.
I mean, now granted, federally it's still legal.
Exactly.
But I mean, they're still working on it.
Exactly.
And I think our senators, including our great Senator Rand Paul.
Oh, the man.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll be working on something.
I believe we will, and especially with the industrial hemp being I think it passed, correct?
Yeah, in the state of Kentucky, it's still illegal.
Yeah.
But we're working to get a waiver to allow us to grow medical marijuana in Kentucky. Not medical marijuana, industrial hemp.
See,
which I believe in. Now, industrial hemp's my thing.
Exactly.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not a pot smoker. I support industrial hemp more than anything
because it's going to help so many people, especially the farmers.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that Kentucky's great for.
I mean, Kentucky originally, before it was outlawed, was one of the leading states.
Yeah.
Because our state is perfect for it.
Exactly.
And it's great for say you normally plant corn. Mm-hmm. You can use hemp as an in-between crop. It renourishes the land.
Wow.
And that way you don't have to use unnatural chemicals on the ground. That
would be so much better.
It's going to make your food better. It's going to make...
Exactly.
It makes so much... it's great. And one of the things I support so much about it is, the oil from hemp can be used in plastics. Mm-hmm. Right now, the Mercedes-Benz dealership overseas are making their dashboards out of hemp.
Wow.
It's from the oil.
Yeah.
But we have this great plant called Toyota.
Yes.
In Georgetown. And look at all these opportunities we can take care of.
Exactly.
And right now we're just importing shit from other places.
Mm-hmm. And plus you can have paper too. You can have hemp paper, and that would help a lot of definitely the more forests, have a lot of Kentucky more preserved.
Another great thing about it is the press board that you make out of hemp is stronger than the press board that we're killing these trees for.
Exactly. And it's stronger in rope, too. And
it's cheaper as well.
Exactly.
Look at how many trees we'll be saving.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm not a hippie. I'm not a tree hugger. But I understand. I know that the forestry people are going to love this.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I don't understand is all these stupid cops.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I respect the police force, but I can't understand if you're too dumb to know the difference between a marijuana plant
Exactly.
and an industrial hemp plant.
That's the thing that, I think is the major thing about it. But, like, in the long run, it's really, hemp doesn't have a full bud. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, hemp grows more like cane poles.
Exactly.
It grows tall.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, these people are going to hide their pot inside the hemp. But if they do that, it kills the pot.
Yeah.
It pulls the THC out because hemp is more of a dominant plant.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a hybrid.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, it pulls the THC from your marijuana and you're going to be smoking dirt weed.
Exactly.
Are you really going to waste that much money throwing your pot inside of?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
It's exactly.
They're not stupid. So, I mean, just the idea of that to me just drives me insane.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it definitely, I feel like you wouldn't have everybody trying to do that. You'd actually have these people that are honestly hemp farmers that want to do this and provide for their state. And that's what I think is a beautiful thing about it. It helps everybody in our great state.
The great thing is with the law being passed, and I'm saying when, it may take a little while.
It may.
But I do believe it's going to pass.
I do too.
But the great thing is our state's ready for it.
Exactly.
We are one of 2 states that have it passed that we can grow industrial hemp tomorrow.
Exactly.
And I can't believe it, but Governor Fletcher allowed Senator Rand Paul and Senator McConnell, the devil, by the way, to go ahead and request a waiver.
Oh, wow.
All 5 of our 6 congressmen are also on board.
Wow. That's a lot of just that backing from a lot of especially our state's more of a Republican state, so it definitely has those drawbacks for which people have their opinions on it.
And what's great about it is when it comes to the Congress, we're mixed. I mean,
exactly.
we have some Democrat senators and they're on board, and that's a big thing. So, but that's enough about politics. But I mean. Hey,
fucking politics.
We're just trying to help. It helps everybody. It's not a political game.
Yeah.
Marijuana is not a Republican. It's not a Democrat. No. It's not a libertarian issue. It's just, hey, it makes sense.
Exactly.
No, I mean, if alcohol is legal, why can't marijuana be legal?
Yeah.
Cigarettes are legal.
Cigarettes are tobacco, which are plants. Why isn't weed legal?
So, I mean, I can understand some of their issues.
I do.
And I do believe education is the key.
Yes.
I mean, just educating the public on what you can do and what you can't do with them is it's the key. It's with everything.
Exactly.
And they keep saying the kids. It's up to the parents.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not up to the state. It's not up to it's the parents' responsibility to take care of this issue.
Exactly.
And when we educate the parents on the rights and wrongs of legalized marijuana, that you don't go out and drive. You don't go out and do crazy shit. You do what you need to do.
And you stay in one spot. You chill for the night.
Exactly. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I think we're responsible enough.
I mean, from past experiences, the most I would do if I smoked, just sitting a joint, and I'm sitting in my house, what I'm going to do is probably put on a record and probably play PlayStation 3, which, I know is just a crazy, crazy time. It's like after my prom
You are
night.
so extreme.
Oh, it's bad. And sometimes I make cookies, which is even worse.
Oh, God, you're so hardcore.
That gets to the worst point of my life.
I mean, we don't want that going around.
I know. Nobody wants cookies, and it saddens me a lot.
And the great thing is, when's the last time you heard of somebody overdosing on marijuana?
I know, right?
I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah. I mean, the most, most thing you ever hear is, he ate too many tacos.
He gained 20 pounds. Well, you know what? That's cool.
Exactly.
I like when people look like me.
Yeah.
I don't like being the minority.
Yes.
Which I don't believe I am the minority. I believe as a country, we're fucking bad people.
Oh, man.
And, I mean, it's not healthy, but
no. But
you know what? It's the truth.
Yep.
And there's things we can do about it, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So, what's your view on comics?
Comics. I used to read a lot when I was a kid growing up, especially a lot of DC.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Part of the devil.
I know. and then a little bit of Star Wars as well, and of course Spawn. Spawn was a big one for me.
Are you part of the comic book movie craze?
I wouldn't say I'm a big part of it, but I do like a couple of the movies that have came out yet.
Have you saw Iron Man 3 yet?
No.
Okay, we won't talk about it then. But did you see Avengers last year?
Yes.
Okay, have you heard about the ABC show that just got greenlit last week titled Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No.
Yeah, Phil Coulson is back.
Wow.
He's alive. The trailer for it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And Josh Whedon wrote and directed it.
Really?
So, I mean, I expect big things from the show.
Exactly, yeah.
They put it in a huge time slot. Tuesdays at 8 o'clock.
Oh, man. That's prime time.
I mean, granted, it's not Thursdays.
Exactly.
But what are they going to do? Take Grey's Anatomy off?
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean, it's not going to happen.
No.
The show will air in September.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting out... Marvel's releasing a lot of information on the show.
Really?
They're doing still shots. They're doing commercials. They're doing it all.
They want it to be very hyped up, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
They have to.
I mean, look how long it's been since a television live action show has happened.
We're talking what?
Now, granted, DC's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
You had Smallville. Right now they have Arrow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but Marvel...
I haven't seen Arrow, but I did watch a little bit of Smallville.
What I've saw of Arrow, granted, DC's growing on me.
Yeah.
But I don't get the alien thing.
No.
And everybody seems like they're an alien in DC.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole Arrow is a good show.
Yeah.
They basically made it to where no one has superpowers.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like a mix of Robin Hood with the Green Arrow.
Wow.
He kind of reminds me of the dude from Marvel. Hawkeye. He reminds me of Hawkeye.
Oh, really?
Yeah, except for he's more badass.
I'd hope.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hope. And what's sad is the guy who played Hawkeye, I can't remember his name and I don't have the internet access right now, but he's a badass.
Yeah.
Did you see him in The Town?
No.
Dude, that movie is amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's Ben Affleck directed it.
Oh,
It's
really?
a second film, and it's about a bank robbery.
Yeah.
And they're bank robbers, and they get caught.
Present day?
Present day.
Okay.
And they rob Fenway Park.
What?
You heard me. Rob Fenway Park.
How do... of course Ben Affleck would want to... It has to be
Of
about
course.
Fenway.
Yeah, and he's one of the main robbers.
Oh, man. Yep.
So, I mean, yeah.
Living out the dream.
I mean, every Boston fan wants it.
What do they rob, though? Do they rob...
Cash.
Oh, okay.
Cash money.
I was hoping not for hot dogs or any kind of concession.
No, they're not going in for the food.
I mean, that's what I would do, if I was living in Colorado. Just if I was living in Colorado.
Yeah.
But,
Up in Massachusetts, they like money.
Exactly.
But did you know they're also a weed-friendly state?
No, I did not.
As of this year, they are medical marijuana legal.
It's amazing.
I mean, granted, they're not Washington,
Yeah.
and they're not Colorado, but they're taking the steps.
They are taking the steps. And that's one of the first Northeast two places, too. And Massachusetts and Boston, as a general, is a very, very amazing place. Boston especially is one of the best cities in the world. I'll still stand by that. That place, especially Brockton. I really like Brockton.
Well, speaking of my favorite place in the world, you've been keeping up with the Stanley Cup.
A little bit. I've been watching a little bit off and on.
I know you're a hockey fan.
Yep.
I mean, you're one of the few people I can actually talk hockey, and they know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm a big UK hockey fan.
Yes,
and
but
Nashville Preds.
Ooh,
I love my Preds.
I mean, they're local, but they're not good.
Oh man, I mean, we've had this year was rough. The past couple years, I mean, we lost Suter to the Wild, and I'm glad for him. I like the Wild now. Suter not Suter. What is his name?
I can't help you on this one.
I can't either. I forgot. I thought it was Suter, but it isn't.
It's sad. They're the closest team to me, and I know nothing about them.
Oh man.
Now, granted, when it comes to hockey, will admit I'm a homer.
Yeah.
I only watch Bruins games.
Okay.
Bruins
is a heck of a fighting team.
Oh yes.
I love it every time.
I love when Zdeno Chara goes and fucking beat down.
It's straight beat down mode. He sees red and there's nothing.
It's great. Did you know he went through Lexington?
No.
Yeah. When we had the Lexington Herald, the Lexington Thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Chara who came through.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that until
I didn't either.
I learned that actually 2 years ago when we won the Stanley Cup.
Oh,
I had people who was like, "Did you know that?" And I'm like, "I'm a Bruins fan, but I mean, on the list of my teams, the Bruins are near the bottom.
yeah.
I don't know. I'll admit, I don't know everything there is to know about hockey.
Yeah.
I get into it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the fastness of the game.
Yeah.
But the rules are kind of
Oh, man. There's some.
there's so many,
There's a lot of rules.
and I'm like, why are they putting him in the box for that?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I love it. I love the intensity.
Yeah, because it's nonstop. I mean, it's just like as soon as that puck hits the ice, we're here to win this game, and we're going to win it by either beating your ass or we're going to just outshoot the hell out of
The
you.
one thing I love about it is, I mean, you're on a time limit.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know when you're going home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like watching a Red Sox Yankees game. You may be there for 4 fucking hours.
Exactly.
You know you're getting out of there after 3 periods
Yep.
and maybe a shootout.
Exactly.
Now, granted, the overtime rule is great.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that they use the overtime rule in the playoffs. Sudden death,
Yeah.
not leaving a chance.
Exactly.
There's no ties in the playoffs.
No.
But speaking of the playoffs, they're playing the Rangers.
The Rangers look good this year, man.
Not this week.
Nah, I heard they were down a little bit, right?
Yeah, the Bruins are ahead 2-0.
Ooh.
They're going back to the Madison Square Garden this week. I'm not going to say when because I'm not 100% sure. But they had a shutout Sunday. No, it wasn't. Sorry, not a shutout. But they did let up 5 fucking goals.
Oh, shit.
They're starting, I can't remember his name because he plays for New York and all New York sports are the devil.
Exactly.
But their starting goaltender was up for the defensive. I can't remember the award's name.
The goalies?
Yeah,
Isn't it the dude that played for was it the New Jersey Devils?
something like that.
I can't remember what his.
But anyways, he's up for that award.
That's amazing.
It's the first time he's let 5 goals go past him. They said in over 100 and something games.
That's just incredible stats.
I don't know if it's being wore out or what. But
I mean, playoff hockey is even worse
It's
than
intense.
regular season.
It's intense. The best part about it is Tuukka Rask was amazing.
Yeah.
He let by 2 goals. But I mean, they're playing so good right now. The 4th unit is killing the Rangers.
Really?
Yeah, they're awesome right now.
That-
And just the fact that, I mean, it's intense. It's great hockey.
It is. And, and that's the best thing about it is, like, all these fans that, are diehards get into it so much. Man, playoffs, I remember when the Preds were playing Vancouver and the Preds lost to Vancouver and the Vancouver eventually went on to win the Stanley Cup that year. I was just so incredibly, just devastated when we lost Game 7 in Vancouver, It was just kind of like, why? And to me, being a part of something like that is just such a beautiful thing because, everybody's the same way. Just we'll fight to death over our team, and that's really amazing. And I know how Boston fans are. They're diehards.
I mean, the way you talk about the Bruins is how we are about, I mean, how you're talking about your team is how we are about the Red Sox.
Exactly.
I mean, I live and die the Boston Red Sox. I mean, when they're on a losing streak, don't come around.
Exactly.
I am one pissed off person.
It just bums you out,
Oh, God, yeah. I mean,
can't even talk
awful.
about it.
But speaking about the Red Sox, they did you hear about last season?
No, I don't really follow a lot with baseball.
Okay.
I'll catch it on every now and then watch, but
Well, okay. Last season was the worst season that the Red Sox have had since the 60s.
that's unreal.
They didn't even win 70 games. They won 69.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was a really bad year.
Exactly.
We fired the coach.
Of course.
Well, sorry, manager.
Oh.
Fired the manager. Brought in a lot of new people. Changed the clubhouse. One of the rules that was changed is interesting.
Mm.
Okay. On the road, they put in a dress code. All players must wear a suit. Not a suit, a jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, the past managers, going back to Terry Francona, which is our manager who won the 2 World Series. Okay. His rule was don't look worse than me. And he was a bum.
Oh, man.
So the team would go on the road most, I mean, they weren't awful looking. Nice pair of jeans, nice shirt.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not. We're in the big leagues.
Exactly.
So, and last
showtime.
year the rules was the same. I mean, some players would dress up, but this year, these guys look like they are walking the fucking runway.
That's awesome.
We got players with custom suits down to the fucking cufflinks.
Wow.
They're taking this serious.
They're taking it way serious.
And
they just want to be a bunch of classy looking men.
And you know what? They're winning.
Yep.
I mean, the Boston.com, Peter Abraham, I do believe is his name. He's the head blogger. He's the beat writer for the team. He put out an article called Dress for Success. And he's talking about like how all these players, you know, come from dressing like slobs to acting like professionals. And I mean, that's the one thing to me. They're acting like professionals, and
they're taking it a whole lot serious and just trying to be more about it.
Yeah, and the great thing is like he put this rule in spring training, and the team was like, "Well, you know what? We never thought about that."
Yeah,
it wasn't about it wasn't about wins and losses.
Exactly.
It was, hey, we're getting paid to play a game.
Yeah,
let's look the best we can. We're representing the city of Boston.
Professionalism.
And so he does this, and these guys are like, well, fuck, we wanted to do that anyway. I mean, the new guys in the clubhouse are amazing.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are like, they've turned this into like a competition. They're challenging these old guys. I've never seen John Lester in a suit. This year, he's wearing like Giovanni and all that expensive crap that I don't know what it is. And it's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And the results on the field are just, they're showing. Now, I mean, I'm not saying they're playing good because they're dressing good.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it, but I find it interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a topic that you just wouldn't expect.
I feel like, especially coming from that point of view of the coach or manager, I feel like that he's trying to get everybody more fired up and just like trying to get that little like, I'm going to outdress you, try to get that more teamwork together. I
think it's all about unity.
Exactly. And if you don't have a team that plays as one, you're not going to really have a good team whatsoever.
Yeah, the one thing that's come up this year is chemistry.
Yeah.
This team has more chemistry than any other team I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Well, I'll take that back. The 2004 Red Sox had the most chemistry and called themselves the Idiots.
Yeah.
And this team reminds me so much of them. Now, they're not as talented.
No.
But
that was Pedro, right?
Yeah, that was Pedro's last year with the Red Sox.
One of the greatest of all time.
Pedro, Johnny Damon, Trot Nixon.
Nomar Garcia.
Nomar left during that season. Oh. He didn't play for the World Series. And that's a good segue to my next point. Okay. Nomar Garcia Parra was an amazing homegrown talent.
Yeah.
He was the shortstop. Well, the Red Sox currently have a guy by the name of Jose Iglesias. Mm-hmm. Okay, he is young. Yeah. He's like 21, 22.
Oh.
Now, granted, he did come up at 19.
Yeah.
He's been with the team a couple of times, but he's in Pawtucket, which is the AAA team for the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. And they're worried they're like, what are we going to do with him? Because they have Stephen Drew playing shortstop right now, and he's making $9 million. So you can't bring him up right now.
Exactly.
Now, they started the season with him, and he was fucking hot. Like, Drew was on the DL. He had a concussion during spring training, and it took him out the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
During those first 2 weeks, he was hitting like 400.
Oh, wow.
So everybody was like, how do you send him down?
Exactly.
$9 million is how you send him down. So, I mean, but Jose Iglesias, he's a talent. He's probably the best fielder I've ever seen in my life.
That's incredible.
He was major league ready at 19 years old.
That just alone, pretty much the LeBron James of baseball is kind of insane.
Well, there's one catch. He can't hit. He's getting better. His numbers are a lot better. The new staff in AAA are helping him a lot.
Yeah,
they're preparing him for hey, this ain't your year, but Drew's only here for 1 year.
Yeah.
It's bridge year.
I'm sure that, coming out like that is probably going to shoot down his confidence a whole lot. But, he's just got to understand it's probably for the best of the team. And, that $9 million, that's just standing right up the top of that head.
And you got to think about it this way. I mean, you're young.
Yeah.
This guy's got a couple more years.
Exactly.
But, I mean, he's only here. Drew's only signed for 1 year. Mm-hmm. We know he's ready.
Yeah.
He has to get that bat ready.
Exactly.
So, but in AAA this year, they've moved them. They're moving starting today.
Mm-hmm.
They had them taking ground balls at third and second.
Oh, really?
Which is, I mean, a lot of people don't understand the angle on the ball is so much different from third and second from shortstop.
Exactly.
But the Red Sox have had a success so far with shortstops moving them.
Mm-hmm.
Our second baseman, Dustin Pedroia, which has won an MVP and the Rookie of the Year. He was a shortstop in college, and they moved him to second base. But I don't think that's what they're going to do with him. The reason why I think that they're moving him around is so that he can get more at-bats.
Yeah.
We have another shortstop that can hit like crazy coming up behind him. His name's Xander Bogaerts.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing player.
Yeah.
And he's really talented. Like I'm like, who do you play at short?
Exactly.
So they're trying to deal with that issue by teaching them both how to play other positions.
Yeah.
So that when the time comes, they'll know what to do with them.
Exactly. They'll have them both.
Another reason is only one guy can play shortstop.
Yeah.
So if you can, I believe starting Tuesday, which is tomorrow, well, today we're recording at 2:00 in the morning, but starting on Tuesday, they're gonna have Iglesias playing at third, and Bogaerts is gonna play at short. So that way they're both in the lineup.
Exactly.
And
they'll definitely give them a lot of experience and what they need both, so they can be so much more agile.
And the way I look at it is the minor leagues don't matter.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Well, the minor leagues are development. Mm-hmm. That's what you're there for. You're not there to win games. You're there to learn how to play the game and be a professional. And another thing I look at, if you're good enough to play in AAA ball, you're good enough to play in the bigs.
Yeah.
So, he's one step away from being there.
Yeah.
So, it's not going to be long.
No, he'll get pulled up soon enough, and then he'll be, right back in there. And I feel like Red Sox will really do good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a successful player.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Paul Sox, I have want to invite everybody out on Saturday, May 25th. This Saturday, the Pawtucket Red Sox will be playing the Louisville Bats.
Oh.
Now, the Red Sox Nation Kentucky group will be joining up, and we're going to go to the game.
Oh, wow.
So, and we have some people coming, but it's not a huge group. But I want to invite all of you out there. If you're a Red Sox fan, you need to come see the talent, especially if you're from Kentucky. There's no excuse.
Exactly.
It's like $10.
Can't beat it.
That's McDonald's.
Exactly.
Why not go watch a game? And what makes it even better, the Bats are giving away free hats. You're getting a free hat, great baseball, and a good time.
And seeing the rising stars, man, the ones that are going to be up soon, and that's what's incredible.
And, the Reds got some talent, too.
Exactly.
It's the Bats is the AAA affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds. Mm-hmm. So, they've got talent, but I challenge everybody out there, if you ain't got nothing to do, it's Memorial Day weekend. Why not enjoy some baseball?
It's Memorial Day weekend. I forgot all about Memorial Day weekend.
Why not spend the...
Exactly. Baseball, barbecue, you can't beat it.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Oh, man.
You know that song is stuck in my head so bad. As I announced last week on the show, I worked for the single A affiliate of the Houston Astros last year, the Lexington Legends, and that ad played every day. But you know what? I've never seen an ad that got me singing along.
Exactly.
I'm like, I dig this.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. It's such a good ad.
It's just feel good.
But if a little baseball's not enough for you, we're scheduling a meet and greet.
Oh, wow.
Now, I need to know ASAP if you are coming. And that means as soon as possible. Because we're scheduling a meetup before the game. Mm-hmm. We're either going to tailgate or we're going to go to a bar that's attached to the park. We haven't decided yet. I'm not in charge. I'm just the messenger boy. But whatever happens, it happens.
Don't kill the messenger.
Don't kill the messenger. But we are going to get to meet some players.
Yeah, can't beat that.
So, I need to know, like I said, ASAP. You can hit me up on Twitter, which is PhilDaddy606, and that is my area code. Or you can find me at Instagram with the same PhilDaddy606 and let me know if you would like to attend the game and join us. So, but, I've not got much more. Want to do a couple shout outs. Oh, I forgot we have one more article. Well, actually, we have two. Eric here showed me about,
oh yeah.
on ADHD, which evidently we both have.
Yep, exactly.
I consider myself an adult ADD person,
Mm-hmm.
but why don't you tell us a little bit about the story?
It's kind of interesting read, really. What I was reading, I seen on Facebook, and it was, the Swiss National Advocacy Commission was talking about the use of the ADHD drug Ritalin. It helps alter, the child's behavior and helps them more focus on everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. I had friends in school who they were on Ritalin, and it really helped. I mean, I had a friend. If he wasn't on his medicine,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was like a dog, with a ball. Like,
Yeah.
where do I go? Where do I go? And I mean, that really hurts kids when they're trying to study.
Exactly. And what absolutely blows my mind about this, I will admit that it's a little bit far fetched, but I mean, it could, coming from the inventor of the ADHD, what he basically did on his deathbed was confess that it was a fictitious disease.
Say that again.
A fictitious disease. I'm sorry.
Saying it's not real.
Yeah, exactly. Saying that it's completely made up.
Fictitious is the word coming from our studio audience.
Our studio audience of Jared. I hate everybody.
Yeah.
That is his last name.
I believe it. I hear he's a troll.
He is a troll. He's a little troll that kind of looks
Into the
like
mic.
Danny DeVito.
I don't know. He's confused. I'm confused. We're all confused. Keep talking.
I'm sorry.
Get back to the story.
But basically,
So let me set the mood here. There's
Okay.
the guy who invented it. Does it say his name?
yes,
Okay, give me that name.
I believe it's Edward Bernays.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
And he's Swiss.
Yes,
Fuck the Swiss.
the fucking Swiss.
The only thing they did good was their cheese,
Yep, they're cheese and they're nice. I like those a lot.
and they couldn't even do that right. I mean, their cheese, they put holes in it.
Exactly, it's awful. And I mean, you always have your Swiss Army knife, so you need to cut
That's
out the
right.
holes in the cheese.
That's right. So yeah.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
But while he's looking for that, again, if you want to go to the game, let me know. We'll try and get everybody together and enjoy the game. A little baseball. Do believe there's some dollar beers going on. Everybody likes dollar beers.
Yeah, you can't beat dollar beers.
So yeah, back to the story.
Oh, sorry. But basically, he was born in 1922 as the son of, Russian Jewish immigrants and the scientific father of ADHD, which is just, he basically discovered it, which is kind of incredible. But in his last interview, 7 months before he died, he, quote, says, ADHD is a prime example of a fictitious disease.
So is there a reason why he says this?
That is what I'm trying to look for right now.
I mean, I think it's bullshit. I'm just going to go on saying, I mean, I believe it. I think I have it.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm awful, man. I can't, like, if I'm going to read and there's anything going on, I can't do it.
I'm the same way.
Like, I consider myself, I'm not a pro at writing, but I consider myself a blogger. If I want to do anything writing wise,
Yeah.
I have to lock myself in a fucking room with no internet, which is hard because usually I need the internet to write.
Yeah.
But I have to shut it off. I have to get all my sources ready to go before I start.
Exactly.
Because if there's a Facebook, got to see what's going on.
gotta
Facebook.
see what's happening.
What's on Twitter? Oh, I got to check
Exactly.
that out too. So I mean,
I'm always like, I'll just hop from website to website, and I'm just like, why? You just can't help it. Like and him saying that is just completely made up is mind blowing.
yeah, that's bullshit.
I don't think he ever had it or thought he had it because I don't think he would be saying that whatsoever.
For all you out there who wonders where this article's from, well, I don't see it. The title of the article is "Inventor of ADHD's Deathbed Confessions: ADHD is a fictitious disease." I'm looking for the article let's see who wrote that. What a website. Doesn't even give the artist.
Exactly.
They love, I mean, this is awful. Let's see if it's at the bottom. Anyways, it's going around Facebook. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah. Everything is on Facebook anymore.
Yeah. Not even though I'm not a huge fan, I prefer Twitter.
I do too. You know, I feel like it's a lot easier, and it's just mind blowing how big Facebook has really gotten. Because I mean, I won't lie. When I first heard about Facebook, I remember it was one of those. You know, you had to be like in college.
Yeah, I loved it. I was part of that group.
Were you?
Yeah, I was part of the original group in 2005.
Oh yes.
I'm dating myself a little bit here, even though I'm not. I feel old.
Yeah.
I mean, you were what, a junior in high school when I graduated?
Yep.
So I mean, I can remember when we were making fun of you. Like I said,
Exactly.
those were
Miss
the days.
King's class.
That's right.
The best class in the world.
I don't think I learned anything.
I don't think I did either. Actually.
You know what's fucked up is
What?
I could do my work for a class in like the whole semester in like a week,
Exactly.
and then like okay, you transferred schools.
Yep. I went to
And
Central.
well, my senior year, I took web design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did the whole book in the first month of the class.
Wow.
You know what I did after that?
Probably play Spider Solitaire.
Fuck no, I left. I didn't come back. Josh DeBoard, for those, I probably should use a fake name, but oh well. Anyways, a history teacher at Barberville High School, or ish, probably didn't even say that. Anyways, don't care. He was so cool.
Oh, yep.
He was a shitty teacher. I'll go on record saying that.
Yep.
But he could have been better.
Mhm.
But the great thing about his class, I'm not going to say which class because that would really be bad.
Yep.
But this in particular history class, they played a lot of Rook, and I love Rook.
I love Rook.
I mean, it's one of the greatest games. Hell, it's even named after their great state.
Exactly.
And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, why don't I just go play Rook?
Yeah.
So I played Rook for the rest of the semester.
And just became probably one of the best Rook players there is.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. I knew when you just started talking about it, I knew you had to be good at
Yeah,
Rook.
I'm pretty good. We used to play Rook on the houseboats.
Oh, man.
And I mean, when you're stuck on a houseboat, it's either Rook or Uno.
Exactly.
Now, granted, I love me some Uno.
Uno's great. Uno is great, but Rook is definitely...
Rook's better. Rook's more traditional. It's older. It's a great game.
Exactly, and it's full of fun and laughs.
And if you can play Rook, you can play Spades.
Yeah, and that's one of the better games too.
But we're going to start closing this show out. I've got a couple shout-outs. My first shout-out goes to Unit 5. Unit 5 is a comic book. They are an independent comic book. They are working on getting their second issue out. They are a group of... I haven't read it, I will admit. I've scanned through the pictures. I have it on my phone ready to go. But Unit 5 is... They're all victims of... They all have family members who were either victims or died in 9/11.
Oh, wow.
And they have all these special powers. Well, they don't have powers. They have technology.
Yeah.
They're realistic superheroes. And they're working on... They're taking care of issues that... I don't know exactly, but the art's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's an independent book. They're not picked up by anybody. They're self-publishing. Or you are a Kickstarter. They're using the Kickstarter program to help pay for their issue.
Yeah.
They have a goal set of $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now that $20,000 pays for the printing of issue 2, all the press stuff that goes with it.
Distributed and everything.
Exactly. And so they're looking for help.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, what can I do? I donated a little money.
Exactly.
And what else can I do? I can tell people about it.
Exactly.
So
Word of mouth.
That's what I'm doing. If you're interested in the Unit 5 comic issue 1, I can tell you where to get it.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
If you download the Comics Plus app in the Apple iStore, I do believe it's also in the Android App Store.
Okay.
You can search Unit 5.
Oh, wow.
When you search Unit 5, they will give you
Oh.
for free
Everybody loves free.
issue 1. Now, if that's not enough to make you want more, it's $5. I mean, you can donate $1.
Exactly.
I mean, they have all kinds of different rewards for donating, but I mean, the minimum's $1. Give $5.
It's just $5, you know? What's that $5 going to go to?
Exactly.
Some Taco Bell on a Friday night?
So I mean, hopefully we can help them out. Like I said, download the comic. If you like it, give them some money. If you don't like it, still give them some money.
Support small businesses such as
support independent.
Exactly.
I'm all about the independent companies.
Yep.
Independent comics, independent music. I love independent movies. And excuse me, I like the idea of crowd financing.
Exactly.
Why go to a company? I mean, why go to if I had a comic book and Marvel picked it up and they said, "Hey, I'll pay you this," and I don't care if it was under, I would give it to them. But at the same time, I can understand, hey, if no one's going to help me,
exactly,
I'm going to help myself.
Yeah.
And I love that about it. Mm-hmm. And that's my favorite thing about them.
It's just they've had that get up and go attitude, and that's the way you need to be, especially working with a crowd such as the comic. A lot of people respect that.
Yeah, and it's they've got a lot of backing. They've got the comic book men. Mm-hmm. Issue 1 was sold at the Secret Stash.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, but if you go there, with Kickstarter, you have to have a promo video.
Yeah.
Well, they may have a certain Mike and Ming on their video.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I believe it's something everybody should go check out. If the Kickstarter's going on, I do believe it is, next week I'm going to try and get the audio for that video for you all to hear. That way everybody can go check it out. Eric, you got any projects you're working on right now?
Right now I am currently working on a newer band that is more of a traditional doom metal band, which, you know, Sabbath started that whole genre, and Black Sabbath is God's. But supposed to be doing that, and we're actually going to be getting it printed, 25 copies onto this. I can't remember the record label, but it's very local, and they're doing some really cool bands right now. It's definitely, I just recently toured with one of the bands on that label called Mother Plant, which is this amazing band, and definitely, I don't know if you guys are out there listening, but if you want to, go check Mother Plant out, and they're also putting out Sonic Altar, but I've got that going on.
How can they find them?
There's Facebook. They have Sonic Altar, and then you can also get Mother Plant, which I think is Mother Plant KY. They're two of some of the best people I've ever met, and amazing, amazing musicians, especially with a lot of talent. But I've got that going on, and I'm hoping to get this other project started, and then my other old band, Crooked Path, which is a band out of Lexington, hopefully we're going to get starting to play shows again. But I'd like to get as much music out there. I just have so much stuff I want to get wrote, and I think writing music is one of the most beautiful things that you can do.
Yeah, I completely understand. Like, I mean, I was a musician once.
Yeah, exactly. I actually bought my bass off this guy right over here.
That's right. He's got my old axe, but it wasn't very good, but I loved doing it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's the most fun.
It's passionate. And like I said, I'm all about supporting the indies, so get out there and support these guys. Eric, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find most of these bands at Facebook or... Wait.
No, you.
Oh, God, me. Sorry. I'm on Twitter. Twitter.com/gutterscumeric. And I'm also on Facebook. You can search me up there. Because I like to talk to people.
Awesome. And you can find me at PhilDaddy606 on Twitter and Instagram. I'm not giving you my Facebook. Sorry, guys. We are working on a Facebook page, though, for the podcast.
And that's good.
Yeah. So once that's available, I'll share it with you. You can find us at you can search us on Podomatic. It is Random Shit, Random Guy. Or you can just go visit randomguy.podomatic.com. That is our hub right now. It is our home. It is where you can listen to anything we do.
Yep.
We're working on iTunes, kind of having an issue. If iTunes doesn't work, we're going to Google. So you will be able to find us. You will be able to download us. One last time, I'm going to plug the game. If you are in the Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio area, come out and join us for a little baseball. It's this Saturday. The game starts at 7 o'clock. come out and enjoy the game.
Good Memorial Day weekend right there.
All right, you got any final words?
Nope.
Well, you guys, guess what? Go fuck yourselves.